Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss Arweave, conduct price analysis for AR, which is Arweave's token. Over the last 24 hours, Arweave's token is up by about 6.5%. None of the content on this video is financial advice. Let's get started. This Arweave's current rally takes the price action in terms of the machine learning based price forecast at a weekly level at close to $6.35. If we were to use seasonal ARIMA, LSTM and XGBoost based price forecast using confidence levels based understanding where the price could go in a non-euphoria bull run, in a euphoria bull run top, and in a blow off top analysis. Also, what could be potential downside in 2026. Coming to the 2025 remainder of 2025 in a non-euphoria 1 standard deviation bull run, this model says from the current price, roughly speaking, at a current weekly average of $6.35, the price could for this week in a non-euphoria peak for this week at around $7.66. You can see the price is slightly currently at around $6 under $6.60. So that's the weekly average ceiling for this week. As we move towards mid to end October, that 1 standard deviation ceiling is at around $14, that is $14. In December 2025, end of December 2025, the ceiling is close to $20 at a weekly average for Arweave. In a case of euphoria in the wider crypto market, and Arweave taking the center stage in that bull run, if that kind of alt season is ahead of us, the 2 standard deviation euphoria case for Arweave is between for this week at around $8.80, and as we move towards end of year at around $46. In May 2024, the price of Arweave was at a weekly average at around $45, not too dissimilar from the euphoria phase of 2024. In the euphoria phase of 2025, that's the projections per the machine learning model. You can see that time the price in terms of the Fibonacci based levels met significant resistance at 0.5 fib level at $46. That's not the weekly average, that's the candle bodies and open, high, low and close candles. In terms of this time around, if there is still a lower high from the 2021 peak in play, the two potential candidates again, first is at $56, that's a 0.618 fib level, and the second is at around 0.786 at around $71. So the $56 $57 range and the $71 range are the two likely scenarios per the Fibonacci level based models, whereas the machine learning based models are slightly more conservative for Arweave, if the prices stay within the 2 standard deviation bounds. The 3 standard deviation bound, again the blow off top scenario, is close to $90, between $75 and $90 towards the end of year of 2025. So let's see first how the rest of the bull run kind of proceeds. There are sporadic volatility both to upside and downside over the course of the last 30 to 60 days. You can see over here, this is the price performance over the last 24 hours where most of the cryptos are up. 7 days, only a handful of cryptos are up, most are down. Again, Arweave is still in the up category over the last 7 days or the last 30 days. It's kind of most of the cryptos are down, handful of them are up. Most of the gains are concentrated in those narratives. Unfortunately, Arweave is over the last 30 days down by about 6.5%. You can see on the chart as well. There are some lows forming over here. If there is a triple bottom, the level to look for to the downside is that $5 level. If that kind of materializes, if September is slightly negative. In terms of the 90 days price performance, most of the cryptos are up. Arweave again, in terms of how the 90 days have transpired for Arweave, not too much of a healthy gain, but still up 5.5% over the last 90 days. Like I mentioned previously, if we were to look regression based analysis, to conduct regression based analysis, unfortunately the polynomial regression based fair value upswing is over. Now the fair value is in a downswing, as this nonlinear model estimates what the fair value at any given point is. Again, if there is there are a series of higher highs and higher lows on the price action, the upswing could also be established, like it was established when the during October 2023, when the prices finally started going up with time. So that remains to be seen. The 2 standard deviation ceiling to look for in the short term for the price action is at around $12. So that's a key level per the regression based valuation for Arweave in the remainder of month of September. If the prices were to go above the $12 target, that would potentially bode well for October, November and December of this year. Going to the current 20-week simple moving average, price based risk level is currently coming in at around 28%. If they were to go to that intermediate risk level between 0.4 and 0.6, the price forecasted is between $27 and $38 for Arweave. Again, closer to the 0.382 fib level. That's the 20-week simple moving average based estimation for Arweave. The time weighted average price still below the blue line, making this current downturn for Arweave, where the price is below the time weighted average price, essentially per this model a zero risk environment. Historically speaking, whenever the prices were below the time weighted average price for Arweave, they offered some asymmetric entry points in the trade. Again, not financial advice. The underlying hypothesis is that in the bullish phases of the market cycle, if Arweave were to participate significantly in those rallies, and the price were to go materially above the time weighted average price, that in that outlook, DCAing below the time weighted average price in hindsight does work out. Right now the price is till about $16.50, so somewhere between $16 and $17. Till that point, per this model, is a time weighted average price based undervaluation phase for our Arweave. So right now prices are well under the time weighted average price. All in all, if we were to extrapolate what is a good estimation of what the estimated bull run peak for Arweave would be, that's somewhere between $20.50 at the conservative level. That's a 3x reward of the current price of $6.72. But as mentioned earlier, the key levels to watch for are some, if being really conservative, the 0.382 at around $36. That's the confluence with the 20-week simple moving average price model and the machine learning based scenario for Arweave over here, as mentioned previously. The bull run in case of a Euphoria bull run peak at around $45 at that 0.5 fib level. Those are the two conservative targets, the $36 and the $46. The aggressive targets are somewhere between $71 and $90, which is closer to its previous all-time high. And the intermediate level is the $56. That's denoted by the 0.618. With that, I'd like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. By the way, all of these charts on cryptoweeklies.com are available for free. Along with them are these social sentiment related indicators, bull market completion related indicators, the unified risk based calculation, the year to date ROI levels for let's say Bitcoin, ETH and other major cryptos, how they are doing, and comparing it by cycle by cycle, and also significant risk based analysis for 20-week moving average price based risk for Bitcoin and ETH. The overall social sentiment related indicator over the last 24 hours, how the crypto news cycle is working, what's the overall sentiment score based on what the narratives are doing over the last 24 hours. All in all of this information available on this website, link on the bottom of your screen, all available for free, no sign-ups required. If you enjoy, please leave a comment. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.